Hey, welcome to a special little video I decided to whip up because of Animal Crossing videos taking forever. This is, of course, The Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess, which just got announced for an HD remake. I want to give my thoughts on the remake, in addition to just basically playing through a little bit of the game, show off what it looks like, and very importantly, showing off what it looks like, because if you're looking at this video, then you're probably noticing this is the Wii version. And it doesn't actually look great. And it doesn't feel great, to be honest. This uses the Wii remote. This was actually a launch title for the Wii, let's start with that. It was also released a month later on the GameCube, but this version is the Wii. You basically use the Wii remote to swing and to like A to roll, B to use items, through D-pad to map items, Z locks on, C goes first person, which I think will be very interesting to compare this version to the new version. But those are the basic controls. Select button is inventory, plus is or start button, if you want to be particular like that, is just collection screens. Pieces of hearts are actually, it takes 5 pieces of heart. So that's kind of a weird quirk in this game that I kind of hope they fix. Not fix, but just alter. And maybe just have more health, but, you know, have fewer parts. Or just have it so you have more health at the end game. As you can see, I haven't actually completed this game. I'm missing 15 pieces of heart, and I'm also missing a lot of bugs, which are collectible. I'm missing the magic armor, so that's a thing. Well, yeah, I just wanted to basically go through a little bit of the game, and this is very late into the game, but I just wanted to basically show what the game looks like. The cursor, interesting for the Wii remote, the pointer is basically Navi. I typically just kind of try to get it locked into a corner, so it just goes away, it's sort of out of the way like that. Then Chuck, you can use, apparently this is another problem everyone has, rupee text. I'm sure you're aware of that, because that's basically the one thing everyone can agree is terrible about this game. There's a bug, actually. Click remote at screen. I missed. Oh well. I'm not trying to complete it right at this very moment, but it would have been nice if I could have caught it. So basically, one thing I want to comment is, this game came out in 2006, right? The Zelda doesn't look too bad, really. It actually looks pretty solid on the whole. Textures are kind of muddy, but Link at least looks decent, and his character models is barely updated, but that's one of the big changes in the new version, is better environments, from what I gather. Apparently, yeah, a lot of the environments supposedly look a lot better, and yeah, rupee text, that's the one thing people really want to fix about this version. You can't move while aiming, which is something that they added to Wind Waker, so I hope they add that to this version as well. Another thing is, diehard Zelda fans will notice, Link gets right-handed in this version. That's something else they're actually changing. It's going to be based on the GameCube version, not the Wii version, so Link will actually be left-handed and the entire map will be mirrored. Basically, because most gamers and people in general of this world are right-handed, they decided to flip the game's orientation to better fit the controls. So basically, Link is right-handed now, because most people will hold the Wii remote in their right hand. Nunchuck is shield, but for some reason, it's not wanting to shield, it's just wanting to do... Oh, there we go. It seems to like to do spin attacks more than shield bashing, to be honest. Zalphos, if you're a Zelda fan, you will know what Zalphos is. Special attack. The combat system is much improved from Wind Waker, but it's basically the same. And also, if you tap A after hitting an enemy, you do a little flourish. They'll probably keep that into the new version. I think you can do that in the GameCube, so it probably won't be taken out. You can't run in first person. Something else that they'll probably fix in the new version. They'll probably add gyro controls if I had to make a guess on the things they could add. Up res, Midna, who's that little thing. You can't really see, but she actually has like a more physical form. That's kind of a spiritual form, spirit form, not spiritual, spirit form. So her mask, you can kind of see in the upper right, is a lot more detailed than the new version, and most of the environments and textures are more detailed, but no, all in all, it's a very marginal increase. Because this is still actually a pretty solid looking game, and it's actually pretty cheap on Wii still. The GameCube version though, okay, here's where I'm coming from. The GameCube version costs a fortune. It's so expensive, and it is kind of a different experience because you're playing left to right to left. Also, I really hope they add running with the Skyward Sword. That'd be kind of nice. I doubt they will though, but it would be kind of nice given the scope of this game, because this game is, to date, the biggest Zelda in terms of scope, I'd say. Like, basically what I'm doing right now is, while I'm commentating, I'm basically making a loop around Hyrule Field. You can see my progress on the map. I started on the far right corner, far right side of that little black square in the middle. That's Hyrule Castle, or Castle Town, more precisely. And I'm just basically running, like, left, like, going counterclockwise to see how long it takes. And because of, you know, it makes a convenient backdrop for a video. Thoughts on the remake? It could be more remade. Everything could be. You can say that about most games. Like, a lot of people really like Metal Gear Solid games, but in actuality, the remake was kind of rubbish. It doesn't look that much better than a PS2 Xbox game. Not to say that that's this, because to be honest, Metal Gear 2 and 3, Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 to be precise, are in my opinion some of the best looking PS2 Xbox games like ever. So to say they weren't up-res very much is not necessarily that big of a diss. I feel like the same goes for this game too, because the game just still looks pretty decent. So it's like there's not much you can really do to change up much. Yeah, moving while aiming, that would be something I would like to see. I forgot that that was not in this game. I think it's in Skyward Sword actually, but yeah, the graphics are not nearly as improved as everyone would have liked, obviously, but I think it still looks decent enough. Will I buy it? Probably. It comes with an amiibo. Not a good amiibo if you ask me. The base being segmented like that looks really ugly. The base should just be one piece. But instead of like separated. Okay, but enough talking about amiibo. Random rupee pile. I don't know what the heck this is, but yeah, more rupee text. But to be honest, I need to look again. I'm not sure if it's just me, but I think the draw distance is actually better in the new game, which is actually saying quite a lot because Moblin. But okay, take you out. Did I get you? Okay, he's still alive. Nope, he's not. Okay, now we can actually talk. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure the draw distance was slightly better, which is super impressive because look at this draw distance. Like, okay, okay, we're the little yellow triangle. That's the little black square on the map. That's Hyrule Castle. That's how good the draw distance is. So it's like, the remake isn't that improved, but it's like, this is a dang good looking game anyway. And it doesn't really matter. It's, again, the same argument I used for like Halo as well. Like Halo 3 and 4 are like barely remastered on the collection, but then again they look pretty decent as is. So it's like, that's not really that big of a deal. Some games look like rubbish and the remakes don't look any better, and then that's a problem, but this game still looks pretty solid. I just wish the controls were better. I'd never played on GameCube again, so I don't know, maybe aiming was easier on the GameCube, but I've always had some issues with the controls in this game. It's not like the worst ever, but it's definitely not comfortable sometimes. All the remote swinging is a little bit odd. I kind of forgot you even have to do that, because it's so not intuitive. Okay, so we're continuing a little loop, and yeah, interestingly, the change in geography actually screws up the continuity of the whole universe. actually. Because if you recall... Wait a minute. No, actually it doesn't. Never mind. I was gonna say something, but then looking at the map, I have to retract that because that's actually not true. Which brings up the question of what the heck was I thinking? Because I'm pretty sure in Master Quest Ocarina, where Link is right-handed, that the world is laid out differently. I mean, the Wii version of this seems to actually be laid out a lot like Twilight Princess, which is kind of weird. I mean, like Ocarina, which is weird because technically the GameCube version is canon. Lots of bugs everywhere, but nothing actually worthwhile for us. Because they're golden bugs you get items for, but oh well, I'm not really worried about that. What else can I talk about? Thoughts on the game as a whole? It's good. It's not my favorite Zelda, but that's not saying anything because I do not dislike a single Zelda game. Though keep in mind I haven't played the CDI games. I should probably point out that much. So we are directly 180 straight, aka a straight line from where we started. So let's keep moving south now. Little tour of Hyrule Field, essentially. I'm gonna call this part 0 because I do plan to let's play this game eventually, but I'm waiting for the HD version to see if it's worth it. I just feel like it'd make more sense to let's play the HD version because it would look better. Frankly, without GameCube controls, with the GameCube control layout, it probably would be a lot more playable as well. Also, do you see that blue arrow? That's basically saying we left that area and now we're in this area. No loading screen. Just wanted to point that out, that there was no loading between those two areas. That is really impressive, actually. To this day, actually, because so many games have loading screens. It's crazy, actually. I hope they keep this sort of seamless loading in the new version. That's Kakariko Village up ahead. And I'm used to inverted controls because of, I think, Majora. But I'm pretty sure... Is that Death Mountain over there? I can't tell because I don't have my glasses on. Oh well, keep moving. And this is also the design of Link, I should also point out. This is also the design of Link from, the Twilight Princess Link is designed used for Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I should also point that out. In Smash Bros. For Wii U, they actually kind of use a blended design between Skyward Sword and the Twilight Princess, so that's why I just said Brawl, if you're wondering. The Hyrule Field is so humongous, and there are like these little mini areas within it. Sadly, this has a loading time because it's essentially a mini dungeon kind of thing. You can find heart pieces, rupees, other treasures, stuff like that. It's definitely, in my opinion, the longest Zelda game also, because this game took me like 30 hours for my first playthrough, which is pretty dang long, actually. And your money's worth. Again, we just shifted areas, but no load screen. Also, this is the only Zelda where you can actually do this, where you can attack while running. I hope they keep that in, because this is really nice, especially when cutting grass to get rupees. It's actually a thing, because there's a fair amount of rupee grinding at times in this game. And also, one problem I do find is with the Wiimote, you kind of just stop running occasionally. So that's why I'd say wait for the GameCube port, or GameCube remaster, I guess, is what it'd be. Because having to stop to fight is actually really difficult with the Wiimote. Because, again, it just takes so dang long to do pretty much anything. Because a swing of a remote is subjective compared to pressing a button. Because if you press a button, the input can only be read like one way, as the button has been pressed. Swinging, it's like how hard did you swing it, what direction did you swing it, does that even matter in this case? No, it doesn't, because there actually isn't like motion tracking like that. Because that's more Skyward Sword territory, where you have to actually use direction. And this is like my third or fourth favorite. I can't make my mind. Wind Waker, in Majora's Mask. And either probably this or Ocarina, to be honest. Then Skyward Sword, I'd say. Maybe Skyward Sword above Ocarina, just because of the order I played the games in. I played Ocarina of Time for 3DS. Yeah, I was kind of behind the times. But yeah, I played the 3DS version. So yeah, but for some reason I enjoyed Majora's Mask a lot. Also, Ocarina of Time is kind of lowish on my list because I actually played Ocarina of Time after finishing Twilight Princess. Just really backwards. I tried the N64 version, hated it. The 3DS version had so many improvements though that I was okay with the game as a whole. Yeah, it is weird that I just absolutely could not bring myself to finish the N64 version. Let's see. We maxed out the Ruby count a long time ago, by the way. I should also point that out. It takes longer to get through Hyrule Field than I remember, and you know, I could call Epona Link's horse, but I just want a more realistic test of like how long it would actually take. But what else? And now that I think about it, it's probably getting really annoying hearing Link making that sound while rolling. I didn't even think of that until now, because I've been talking so much. But what else can I say? Yeah, I'm looking forward to the remake. I almost think I'm looking forward to Hyrule Warriors Legends more, because they've already said what they're adding. They're adding Wind Waker scenarios, which I'm totally down with, obviously. They're adding Linkle. That could be a subject for a totally different video, to be honest. Okay, we're almost at Hyrule Castle where we started, so I'm just gonna briefly touch on the subject. I have no problems with Linkle. I think she's a cool concept for a character because, frankly, I've heard the point that it's like, for those who watch Doctor Who, it's like, Link is essentially the Doctor. He's basically kind of the same character, but not at the same time. It's complicated. So it's like, why can't there by some chance be in some alternate universe? Why can't Link be a girl? So, yeah, it's a good way to look at it, in my opinion. But basically, it's like, yeah, I have no issues with Linkle whatsoever. I think she looks like she could be a fun character to play, especially. But just conceptually, I have no qualms with Linkle. If any, it's just because I don't know why people are so upset about this, to be honest, now that I think about it. There are a lot bigger fish to fry in the world than worrying about whether Link is a girl now. Like, you know, like getting Phoenix Wright over in the West, or Great Ace Attorney over in the West. Way more effort should be put into that than complaining about Linkle's design. Because, like, with Linkle's design, nothing is going to change with that. But, I mean, like, Capcom eventually caved and released Ace Attorney 5 in the West, so say, it's worth a shot. Capcom remotely listens to fans, at least. Nintendo's pretty stubborn, though, so that's why I'm like, it's like, oh, email Nintendo and tell them you're not happy about, like, whatever. Like, you're not happy about Linkle, for example. It's like, Nintendo's not gonna care, to be honest. And we're back where we started, actually, and I think I started rambling, actually, at the end, just because I started talking about Linkle. Yeah, I'm totally cool with Hyrule Warriors Legends, all the added stuff. Oh yeah, Skull Kid is being added from Majora's Mask. Yeah, Linkle I have no problems with. If Link is a girl in the main series, I wouldn't have a problem with that too, because Link is constantly being reincarnated. I mean, why can't he be a girl? Why can't he? Seriously. It just doesn't make any sense to me why people are so mad about it. And plus her playstyle looks pretty decent as well. Actually, everyone in Hyrule Warriors plays okay, except in my opinion, Agatha. Again, if I do a Hyrule Warriors Let's Play, that'd be a discussion for another time. And as you can see, daylight is setting in, so that'd be a good place to end it. I think I said enough about Twilight Princess HD. Brief thoughts on the game. I went over Linkle mostly. So yeah, I think that's all. So yeah, next time, and by next time I mean in like many months from now, we'll actually be starting Twilight Princess, and I don't even know if it'll be months or it could be a year. I don't know. When the heck am I gonna have time to let's play this game because it's so long? I do plan on let's playing it eventually. I just kind of wanted to address the fact that, you know, I'm let's playing Wind Waker right now, so you might think, oh hey, more Zelda's probably gonna happen, but I'm just basically this video. I should have priced this way earlier. It's gonna be a while till I let's play Twilight Princess. Besides, I'm watching a let's play of Twilight Princess at this very, like, recently, so it'd be really awkward trying to commentate, because I'd just be like, oh, remember the time when so-so did such and such in Twilight Princess? And it had to be the entire let's play. So I give it time, maybe do the remake. But yeah, I think that's it, so thank you for watching.